We are here at Golden Triangle Raceway Park. As you see here, this car not out on track yet, but it's getting closer and closer getting out there. And we're joined right now with the pilot of that car, Cameron Mitchell from Finette. Cameron, how excited are you for tonight?
Very excited. I think it's going to be a really good night tonight. It's full of cars. Labor Day weekend should be packed.
Of course, the weather panned out very well. Thank you very much for that, Kerry Cooper. It's hot out here. You're wearing black. How do you guys handle the heat in these cars?
Well, you really don't think about it because you got air flowing through the front into your helmet, and usually we have it cracked just a little bit, so a lot of air gets in there, so you're always cool.
I sort of want to show this car. This is the car Cameron is driving tonight, as you see right here. Cameron, if you want to come over here for a second, this is the cockpit area. Tell us sort of what's in the cockpit. What's it like when you're sitting in the car?
Well, usually we only have an oil pressure gauge and a temp gauge. That's all you really need. I wanted an RPM gauge, but they said it'd be a distraction. All you need is your ignition and your starter button. You've also got a brake to control your brake. You've got your shifter. This isn't automatic, only high and low. You've got your seat, and that's mostly about it. That's all you really need in a car like this.
You don't have that much room to get into the car. Is the toughest part about driving just getting in and out of this car?
Getting out for me is a little tricky. Getting in is really easy, but it's starting to grow on me because I have to switch from two cars. But it's starting to become really easy, and I'm getting used to it.
Neat thing with Cam, you see his name right here on the car, on the hood of the car, Cam Mitchell. Cam is one of the youngest drivers in the field. Only a teenager. You don't even have your driver's license yet, Cam. What made you want to do racing?
It's just fun. I've been driving before I could walk, and I have a circle drive. I used to drive go-karts, and my dad, he found this Bandolero, and we started to get more and more into that, and then sooner we went up to a bigger asphalt car. Then my mom, she found this, and I was like, let's do it.
Absolutely. It's working out so well for you, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Cam, good luck tonight out there. Of course, his race will be just one of the few races that we'll be seeing tonight. It's going to start around 7 o'clock, these heat races. But before we talk more about racing, there were plenty of other sports news happening today across Southeast Texas and across the country, including some NFL news involving a local NFL player. Former Westbrook running back Christine Michael is coming back to his home state. The former Seahawk traded to the Dallas Cowboys for a conditional 2016 draft pick. Michael, of course, a second-round pick by the Seahawks in the 2013 NFL Draft. In his 2 seasons with Seattle, Michael appeared in 14 regular season games, carrying the ball 52 times for a total of 254 rushing yards. The Lumberton Raiders getting ready for a huge matchup Friday night at Bridge City. Of course, the Cardinals coming off wins over Kirbyville and Newton the first 2 weeks, but the Raiders have a big win of their own over Hampshire Finette. One of the teams will suffer its first loss this week, and Raiders head coach Chris Babin does not expect the outcome of the game this week to be determined until the final minutes.
What I've seen on film, and of course what I saw in person, was they're physical, they're disciplined, they're a well-coached football team. They embody what I hope my team looks like, which is physical, disciplined, and well-coached. So I think next Friday will come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes, because it's going to be 2 physical, disciplined football teams.
The Lamar football team winning its season opener last night over Bacone College 66-3. A great night for the 2 Cardinal quarterbacks competing for the starting job. Joe Minden going 16 of 20 for 170 yards and 3 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Carson Earp 5 of 6 for 91 yards and 2 scores. Coach Woodard saying after the game they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and quote, that is a good thing. The Lamar soccer team looking for its 4th straight win today, taking on New Mexico State out west. Heartbreaker for the Lady Cards. The home team scores 3 goals in the final 10 minutes. New Mexico State wins today. The final score 4-3. Lady Cards back at it again Friday in Denton against North Texas. And plenty more sports tonight on the Sports Extra. The Astros and Rangers both in action today. We'll catch you up on where both of the teams stand in the race for the American League West. Plus, we reveal this week's SETX Sports high school football rankings. And also, Tom Brady talks for the first time since his suspension was overturned. It all starts with 10 o'clock right here on KFDM Channel 6. 7 o'clock, the start time for all these races here at Golden Triangle Raceway Park. The final scheduled race of the entire year. Cars lined up, as you see here. 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars. You can't count them. A ton of different classes racing out here tonight. Of course, it all starts coming up tonight at 7. That's it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.